Hi guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
I am Connor Gogans.
None of us are cadets or in Starfleet.
But we are going to do Trekyards 101 today with you. Because we're going to teach you things.
We got a new uniform. We got it. Wait a minute, we say that every 5 minutes now. Every show, everything has new uniforms every 5 minutes. It's a bit much. But we got
my
some
wallet,
new
Stuart. My wallet.
I know. Well, hopefully some of these new uniforms have pockets for your wallet.
No, Stuart. Break canon. No pockets. Starfleet uses no pockets. Stuart.
Well, yeah, we got a sneak peek at Picard season 2. Did a whole live talking about it based on the Ready Room with Will Wheaton. And it was a nice thing. We got to see where characters were, and we got to see visuals of ships. And by the way,
so much information, Stuart. It was fully filled. My goodness.
Yeah, check out our other video breakdowns and the lives if you're able to, because they're good discussions. But we also got new uniforms.
Yeah, several, actually. And of course, guys, when the full show comes out, which is real freaking soon, we'll do full reviews, because we've only got, YouTube quality, proper show quality even better. So what's the uniform we're looking at today, Stuart?
The Academy uniform.
Because Eleanor's gone back to school. First it was telling the truth and stabbing training. Now it's quantum mechanics and photon torpedo training.
Yeah, so as you said, Eleanor's joined Starfleet, the first fully Romulan to ever be enlisted in Starfleet.
Which is actually weird by itself, actually. I mean, presumably hundreds of half Romulans or quarter or whatever, but...
But yeah, we got a new cadet uniform, which is quite a nice looking design. And I gotta say, I really appreciate the way it looks.
Mm-hmm. Instantly it gives off real cadet vibes. The recent Star Treks are known to kind of miss the mark in a lot of things, less so Prodigy and Lower Decks, but instantly that's deliberate. And there's a lot they made for this. Social distancing and COVID filmed, they didn't skimp on extras in this one. We know in Discovery Season 4, there's several scenes where they actively didn't hire people. That's a pretty dense little crowd of... It feels anyway, that's all it needs to be, is just feel crowded, so good job them.
Yeah, I mean, I like the gray. I'm glad they carried that over from other cadet uniforms we've seen before. The only thing... This really highlights it. That damn Picard badge. I mean, you've said this multiple times. It's silver. Silver and gray. Silver and gray. Which blends in totally with the gray of the uniform. If that had been gold and silver, it would be much better. I don't know why they didn't do that, but...
They wanted to be different. We just hope they'd have moved away from that. Because it's funny, because you can see there's different people here have the comm badge, and each person wearing the comm badge, it lights differently. The lady on the left, the delta's lost entirely. Eleanor, it's hitting the sheen, and it pops a lot. The person on the right, everything's blended one colour. And the person on the back, the bottom bit's almost lost. So it's just a faulty idea of as if it feels gold. But at least that's staying the same. Because everything else is changing. But Stuart, as you know, many cadet uniforms, many eras. Here is the direct comparison, as we've all waited for. Here are the different cadet uniforms we've seen. I've excluded the one from Voyager that you see them traipse around in, because that's kind of a unique variant that doesn't necessarily speak to actual cadets. I've skipped the Prodigy version because that's a specific Protostar cadet variant there. So it is different. These are the actual 4 cadet uniforms we now have. The not Tom Paris TNG uniform, the Nog version in Homefront, which I thought was the same as the Valiant one, but turns out no, they're not. But in fact, there's a distinct evolutionary thing, because the Homefront one, they were still using the TNG costume on Earth, and by Valiant, they were using the Voyager costume everywhere. And you can see the direct, well now I should say Voyager version, which then goes into 2400. A lot of years since TNG, you don't realise. So what do you think, Stuart, of this evolution through time?
Definitely a straight line of design. Like, you can see the influences for sure. I really prefer the not Tom Paris, Lukaku. I forget his name. It's the same uniform, so they get comfortable with it. They know how to wear it. It's just the different colors to represent that they're cadets.
And I can't remember directly, even though I'd done this research, but I happen to have found... Well, no, the Valiant do have different colours, but they're also like an active team. They've been given alternate version. So I guess these are like active ensigns. That's why it's a more full uniform, whereas Nog is actually at the Academy uniform. So in that sense, just look at the top 2 being the equivalency. But it's actually quite... I mean, it's thoroughly faithful. And honestly, if you look at the TNG one, it's the same uniform, just with the more curves of we're new That's it really, and obviously the grey is being carried over. No, I have all respect for it. It's exactly logically what you could do, and in fact, it's more complicated than you could do. But even the collar line makes sense, and it's not forced to feel like I wouldn't have wanted the black undershirt of the main uniform. I like this, and in fact, if this was the new uniform, I'd be with a black. I'd probably be more happy if this was the new uniform. I'll be honest, because it has a certain smoothness to it. Is that bad to say? I don't know.
Not at all. And I gotta say, if the gray on these were replaced with black, as you said, that comm badge would pop a hell of a lot more.
Yes.
Even more than on the yellows and stuff that we've seen it on in season 1 of Picard. So,
but this is a logical, like I said, a straight line design that rarely happens in these new things. So yeah, it's thoroughly good, and I appreciate going back and seeing all the different versions because they made a conscious choice. I like how they obviously looked at Cadet uniforms and said let's make that the new standard for Voyager. I always find that funny, or at least close enough.
Even the shapes of the line separating the two colors, love that. I think that's quite impressive, actually.
I do still, and I've said this every time with this uniform, I wish the comm badge was lower because it's basically touching the red. Having that distinction of being more in the middle helps it stand out more.
It's almost like they placed it there, so it's like pushing that red line up.
Yeah.
It's like
100%. So I don't like that. That said, though, the comm badge clearly looks much larger. And they have, comm badge. It's obviously much longer, but it does look like a large comm badge. Unless these two people are smaller compared to all... Well, I mean, Aaron Eisenberg may have a custom comm badge because he was a smaller man. As we've said with like Rock Talk in Discovery, you do in Prodigy, the comm badge clearly isn't the same comm badge because it's the same relative size on Rock Talk despite being much larger. But it looks right, even though logically it can't be the same size. I'm assuming they made Aaron a custom comm badge because it doesn't feel... It feels about the right scale to him, but not...
No, I disagree. It looks bigger on him than it does on the 2474. Yeah, they wouldn't do that. Not in real life. In animation, yeah, but...
Well, I think just like 15% smaller. Just you wouldn't, not much, just enough to make it look less proportionately. I don't know.
So that's it for this look at our Cadet uniforms or Starfleet uniforms. By all means, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to comment down below what you think about it. And look forward to hearing from you guys during lives as well. So please join us if you're able to.
Yes, join those. Say hi. And in Super Chat as well to support the channel. What we do, all this free content for you guys. Debating, analysing, theorying. Yep, and being balanced and honest reviews about these things. Showing the graphics so you can see what canon is and how the new stuff fits in or doesn't fit in, as the case may be. So support us, like I said, on by super chatting if you can. Patreon, PayPal, join the channel, all great ways, and all little business support mount up. So thank you in advance, and we'll see you next time.
And until then, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Kongs. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.